I read 7 books in July. The first book I finished was Beach Read by Emily Henry. I did like this. I think I rated it a 3 out of 5. I didn't like it as much as Book Lovers though. For our book club, I read Our Wives Under the Sea by Julia Arnfield. I did really enjoy this. The writing was beautiful, but I could have gone for like 100 more pages of plot and just explored a lot more of the ideas that were introduced here, but I don't think were fully fleshed out. Next, I did the tandem read for the Throne of Glass series, Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn by Sarah J. Maas. I really enjoyed this. It was really fun to read 2 books at the same time. I've never read a book like that before, so I thought they balanced each other out very well. This left us on a crazy cliffhanger, and I'm too afraid to keep going with the series right now, so I'm just taking some time, reading some other books on my TBR, and then I'm going to move forward. Next, I read Devil in the White City. This is about the World Fair that happened in the 19th century in Chicago. And it's kind of 2 books in one. Part of it is about H.H. Holmes, the serial killer, and then part of it is about the creation of the World Fair. The part about the creation of the World Fair was so boring. It was like a huge snooze fest. And then the serial killer stuff was too scary for me. I think true crime is a little bit too much. For me, I like horror when it's fiction, not when it actually happened. And just think about these young women and children and what happened to them is just kind of hard to digest, like in an audiobook while I'm working. So I mean, this is my least favorite book of the month. For our horror book club, I read Authority, which is the 2nd book in the Southern Reach trilogy, which starts with Annihilation. This book was not as good as the first one for me, but I still am excited to move forward in this series, and we're going to do the next book for next month. And the final book that I read was Never Tell by Lisa Gardner. I'm not so sure about Lisa Gardner's writing style. The plot was okay. I didn't like it as much as I liked Find Her, but there are some returning characters in this one, so that's kind of fun to see. I might go forward with Lisa Gardner, but she's not really my favorite author right now. It does seem like a lot of the books that I read this month are not exactly what I was looking for, but nothing was under 3 stars except for the nonfiction book that I read. So 3 stars and above for everything. I would recommend most of that for a particular type of reader, but my favorites were the Sarah J. Maas books. Also, this brings me to 79 books for the year so far, and I will do a video on what I want to do with my goals going forward now that I've reached my 75 book reading goal. Can you tell me what your favorite book that you read this month? How many books have you read? Are you hitting your reading goals? Let me know.